Hey, it's Tim, Pickup Truck Plus SUV Talk, and today, I'm behind the wheel of a 2021 Ford Bronco Sport. Yes, the smaller version, not the big guy. Anyways, in this video review, I'm going to tell you about some things I like about it, maybe a couple things I maybe don't like about it. We'll do a little cool drone footage of off-road, and we'll kind of talk about, well, the vehicle itself, because that's, well, the point of the review, right? Yeah, I think so. You think so? I think so, yeah. I'll talk to myself. Anyways, this is the new Ford Bronco Sport. It's a brand new design this year, a brand new model, actually. It's got a really unique design that I find has been really appealing to a certain group of customers. I've talked to two young ladies about this vehicle that have approached me on it, and they both are really impressed with styling, and they're really going to be buyers. I'm telling you, these ladies were really interesting. And one of them asked me if it came with a manual transmission. Young people can drive a manual transmission? Music's my ears. But I was just overwhelmed by that. But this, I can tell you from my vantage point, is pretty darn good. So let's go ahead and talk about on-road, and I'll do some flyby here in a minute. We'll do the exterior, and I contacted by the interior. I took a little video of that. So while I'm on the pavement, let's talk about on-road. So this has got the 2-liter turbocharged 4-cylinder engine. I think it's a 4. Yeah, I think it's 4. I'll correct that in the notes if I'm wrong. Made it to an 8-speed transmission, and I can tell you that it's got plenty of power. This is the EcoBoost lineup of engines, and this has got plenty of get up and go for just around town driving. And I'm doing like 50 right now, which I should be doing 45. Let's slow this down. And doing 45 miles an hour, there. No breaking the law. Doing 45 miles an hour of this is pretty comfortable. I mean, it's pretty smooth on the road. It is pretty quiet inside the cabin. I don't really have any concerns there at all. Typically in a lower price point vehicle like this would be in the $35,000 range. You're not expecting like whisper quiet you get from Mercedes-Benz or BMW or something. But I think they did a pretty good job in this. It feels pretty comfortable. The seats are pretty comfortable. It's like on center driving. I can almost have no steering wheel input, and it'll stay right in center line. I say almost twice. It'll stay right in center line, and then when I need to get more throttle, it just takes off because, again, it finds the right gear. I haven't found that it's any sort of hunting for gears at all. I think this powertrain is well suited and mated to the 8-speed. There was some conversation about why this didn't come with like a 10-speed. I just think it's diminishing returns when you add 2 additional gears with a smaller engine. I can tell you visibility is pretty good. I mean, it's got a really big windshield in it, something I didn't anticipate sitting behind the wheel. And the A-pillar is pretty small. These are the little pillars that you see if you look at kind of catty corner, like those. Yeah, those pillars, because A, B, C, are really kind of narrow, so you have a really good viewpoint outside the cabin. And I do like the materials outside the cabin. This has got cloth on a headrest, but I find that there's a lot of hard plastic on the interior. But you know what? I'm okay with that because that's easier to wipe off. And with this, it's more of an off-road kind of lifestyle vehicle. I do think you're going to get this dirty, and I do think it's nice to be able to wipe this interior down. And so I can see some pros and cons with some people talking about too much plastic, but frankly, in this case, I think it works well. But I have cruise control set, and I have lane departure set, so again, it's a really good commuting vehicle, really easy to drive, really nimble as I turn. I guess it should say it drives smaller than it looks, even though it is a smaller vehicle. And overall, I've been really happy. Now, this is telling me on the computer it's averaging 24.3 miles per gallon, which I found the Liometer to be pretty accurate on Ford and GM products for a longer distance driving. I've done some shorter stuff, doesn't really work out. But so, I mean, this is EPA rated at like 2026, so that's probably right in the ballpark. I think you're good with this. You're not going to get like 30 or 40 or anything crazy, but you'll be fine with that. And then I'm going to hit the throttle here because I need to get some more speed. And boom. That was 15 miles an hour. I just went 45 to 60, which I need to slow down because I just speeded a little bit there. Anyways, that's pretty impressive. I mean, on a small little vehicle, it's pretty impressive. It's got plenty of get up and go. I think the kids these days call that zip. It's zippy. So I think that you'll find that this is a pretty pleasurable drive, comfortable, not too much road noise for the price point, and pretty zippy. Yeah, that's what I'm going to say with that. So let's go ahead and look at the exterior, and let's talk about the interior next, and I'll show you some off-road footage of the drone, because, well, why not? That's always cool. Okay, let's talk about the Exterior here, the Ford Bronco Sport. So this is Cactus Gray. It's a first edition model. It has 29-inch wheels. This will allow it to water forward 23.6 inches, and it does have independent front and rear suspension. You can see the black dot roof there. It's got more of an upright stance. It has more of that safari kind of style. I'm going to show a yellow one here in a minute because I think it's unique to see the differences between the two colors. Because I think the yellow really pops. The gray pops as well, just some different takes. And that rear end, you'll see here in a second, has a glass comes up or the whole door comes up. So here it is. Here is a yellow version. You can see the roof rack on there. You can see the just kind of different styling of this yellow version of the Ford Bronco Sport. Now, there's your front end. So these are frame-mounted tow hooks in the front, and then you have these really unique lights, like an LED light signature going on there. And again, there's buttons to the right and left of this camera that allow you to open up the glass or open up the rear tailgate. Four-wheel drive is standard, comes in 5 trim levels, including the base, Big Bend, Outer Banks, Badlands, and First Edition. And if we'll come around here, and I want to show you something unique in the bed area, the cargo area. They've really done a good job of setting this up for you, like camping. So you can see the lights in that tailgate. They'll have lights, LED lights coming down, so you can sit back there and have like a get-together or camping, and you can use that rear end how you'd like. Okay, let's talk about inside the cabin. Now, I kind of already talked about this a little bit, was that a lot of it is black plastic inside, but I'm really okay with that because it's easy to clean, and to me, that's kind of the point of that. That's the advantage. I do have an interesting thing about the smaller screen. I don't like it as much as, like, say, the F-150 I bought that has a big 12-inch screen, but in this size vehicle, I think anything bigger it might be overkill, and I do like the fact that I do have a cubby below that screen for storage, and I do have additional storage down below for that, I'm going to say it wrong, Qi? I think it's called Qi. It's QI. It's wireless charging. So you just drop your phone on there and it charges. I have plenty of USB ports, and I have the newer USB-C ports as well. And so you can charge older devices and newer devices. I'll have no swap cords too much. Or if you have a newer device, just drop it in. And in this model, I do have heated seats, and I have a heated steering wheel, which is really nice because throughout this week I've had it, I've been cold, it's been warm. Tomorrow's supposed to be cold and nasty. I mean, it's nice to have, even though that, during the winter it's great to have, but during summer too, sometimes it matters. I also do have manual mode, and there's a little M on the screen, and the manual mode is nice in the fact that I can use paddle shifters to switch gears and to control. It's almost like a automatic manual kind of situation, so you don't always need the stick. Yeah, you're not rolling the gears, but you do have the fact you can press the M button. Yeah, so I like that about it. I like the headroom. Lots of headroom in this, and I have quite a bit of shoulder room. I wish I had a little bit more leg room. I have big hips, so I wish I had a little bit more leg room, but that's just the smaller vehicle. And I find the seats to be very comfortable inside the cabin. The seats have lots of cushion, and I could see I could do a road trip in this pretty easily without any concerns about sore butt. That's a big concern. All right, and besides that, B&O sound system in here is fantastic. I cranked it up the other day, and sounds good. I like the sunroof. It just has all the bells and whistles. I don't like the fact it doesn't have a garage door opener. I mean, that'd be nice if it had that, but again, there's always something. In the second row, and I'll talk about this, and maybe I'll show some footage of it. The second row, it's going to be hard for somebody who's a big guy or a big girl to sit back there. There's not that much leg room. There's quite a bit of headroom, but depending how your torso is built. If you have long torso and short legs, you can fit back there pretty easily, but if you have long legs and short torso, or kind of in the between there, 50-50, I think you'll have some problems there once you get above 6 feet tall. It's just not made for that, even with my seat mostly forward, because I am of the vertically challenged variety. They don't have the same enough room for those people that are taller back there. However, the one cool thing about that is the fact that you have a ginormous amount of space in the cargo area. Okay, let's go ahead and check out the second row. Like I said, it's just not a lot of space back there, but let me go ahead and get in. Okay, and I'm behind my seat as I would sit, 5'6". I have some leg room. Okay, biggest thing is I have quite a bit of headroom. That's one thing that's surprising back here, quite a bit of headroom. But like I said, if you're taller, I'm 5'7", so if you're much bigger than I am, you may have some trouble sitting back here. But again, you have all that space back there, just a massive amount of space. So, just a pro and a con. pretty good amount of cargo room back here. I can fit the golf bag, and you can fit tons of stuff back here. It really is a much bigger cargo area than you'd anticipate in such a small vehicle. All right, on the off-road, on the dirt, I feel like Ford's done a great job here of finding a really good medium between offering some good off-road suspension, not amazing, and offering good on-road suspension, again, not amazing. But they've really made, there's always a pro and con there between trying to get both of those suspensions to work well on different types of terrain. And I feel like this is done good. I mean, this is like mild off-roading for sure, but I feel like I'm pretty capable through here. I feel like I have a pretty good amount of ground clearance that if something were to happen, probably get out of it or dig myself out of it. Don't ask me how I know. Anyways, I feel like Ford's done a good job with this, and so when I drive this around in the country here, it's nice. It works. It doesn't ride as harsh as Jeep Wrangler doing the same stuff. It's not like it's a Raptor or anything doing the same stuff, but I feel like it has that nice sweet spot of offering, again, good off-road capability and some of the off-road goodies like locking rear axle and the four-wheel drive lock mode without having to sacrifice any of that to make sure I have good on-road manners too. So excuse me while I enjoy a day in the country, goofing around, driving, seeing what's out here. I really don't know what's out here. I'm guessing we're out here. There you go. There's my thoughts in the 2021 Ford Bronco Sport. For more, check this video out over here. Website down below. As always, thanks for watching. I'll see you down the road.